United Talk, welcome back to the channel for another episode of It's All Black and White. The fourth season we've been doing these now, and the first episode I've done this season. Obviously, Jordan has done the previous two games, the Newport draw and the Salford loss. We travelled to Barrow. It's a long old journey. The time currently is 8:45, and James is picking me up very, very shortly. I know I've read on Twitter some Notts fans have already set off. But it's a long drive, and hopefully we're rewarded with a good result. My last trip to Barrow was 2020, just before COVID. I think it was the second to last game, but the last away game before COVID ended the season. We won 2-0. Quigley was sent off for them. Tom Crawford and Cal Roberts scored for us. It was a fantastic away day, to be honest. One of my favourite away days in recent memory. So my question to you that I'd like to see as many answers as I can in the comment section would be really interesting to know. What away day has been one of your favourites? And it might not be because it was a huge result that meant a lot to us, but it might have been a good day with good people, or a fantastic goal you saw, or just something really memorable. Give me one of your away days that you really, really enjoy that might be a bit of an obscure one that other people might not say. But yeah, James is picking me up soon. I'm going to get his thoughts. He's been at both games so far this season, and we'll crack on with the day. Team news is out then, still in the car. We're 4.5 hours into journey. A lot of traffic around Preston. So we're how far away, James? 18 minutes. 18 minutes away, so we're nearly there. Matt's joined us, who was in the on the channel for the Jade and Luca reaction video, so you'll know Matt. Incidentally, Luca has kept his place, which we said on the channel we wanted to see when George and I did our joint team on the Paper Suspect on Thursday night. An interesting one. Matty Platt has dropped out. McDonald's stayed in. You know, if you said at the start of the season, would Matty Platt drop out? You'd probably have said no. So Patterson is at least, being honest, as he says, in players not retaining their place if they don't deserve it, which I don't mind actually from him. So McDonald's in. You've got Cotter has been dropped, and Gordon is in at the wing-back position. And then, obviously Dennis comes back in. Didn't start against Wigan, but did come on and make an impact. But yeah, Jaden Luke is the one that excites me. Another one that excites me, if you watch the channel, you'll know this, is that Nick Cerula is on the bench. I think he's a fantastic player. Played, I believe, against Forest for the B team last weekend. So that was rebuilding some fitness. Another player that did play against, well, a couple of players that played against Forest in that B team one, Jarvis and Hinchy, still nowhere to be seen. With not that long left of the transfer window, it'll be interesting to see what happens to those. But as James just said, we're about 18 minutes away. So I'll get their thoughts when we get to the ground. Here he is. I mentioned him in the car. He's here. The big talking point really is Matty Platt's been left out. Yep. Do you agree with that?
I don't think Matty Platt's done too much wrong, in all honesty. I think it's probably more credit to how we played on Tuesday and defensively and how solid we looked that the place has been retained rather than Platt coming back in.
Yeah. How big is a win? Because I said on Thursday's show, I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on two home games if we don't get a win here, and if we lose.
It put pressure on everyone, from Patterson to the players. He needs a win.
Yeah.
He needs a win. It feels like, I'm not saying 3 or 4 are going to come from it, but I think there is still that stigma. I think because he's coming as a kind of like, people feel he's undeserving of the job ultimately. Until he gets that win, there is going to be the stigma on him.
Are we going to get the win?
You know, I'm a pessimist.
I said 1-1.
Yeah,
I'm going to stick with
1-1. Draw will be all right. I mean, I always aim low and hopefully be happy. But I take a point. But there's no reason why we can't win today. I don't think Barrow are the strongest team in the league.
No.
So I mean, it's Notts had a good away record last season. I think they played better against Newport than they did in their home games. So
yeah,
why not?
We'll see. got James, who's driven us here 5 hours very quickly before the players come out. Score prediction.
2-0 victory to us.
2-0. Who's scoring?
Dennis and Jones.
Fair enough. Like 30 seconds in, Barrow already had an effort. The ball went in. Rob McDonald couldn't sort his feet out and had an effort. We just played it long to Kellen Gordon. Is he going to keep that in? I don't think he has.
No idea what's going on.
I mean, yeah, if you just heard Matty said no idea what's going on. The Openda takes on his man. Go on, back stick, go on. Dennis has retrieved it. Interesting start to the game, yeah. They had an effort, Bruce easily saved. But we've got it in the brain. Go on, Jody. Whipped in and away from Barrow. Free kick from Barrow comes to nothing. It's headed across the box. No one gets the end of it, and it just goes out for a goal kick. But it was all from Roos giving the ball away. Wasn't really under too much pressure. Kicked it out and missed the Openda, who he did slip, but it wasn't anywhere near him really. And they just went on the attack. So just creating our own problems, playing it out from the back. Right now, McDonald, who's in for Platt, gives it to Openda. You know, they haven't got a massive press on us, but I'd like to see a bit more from us in his opening few minutes. Yeah, it's gone straight through from the ball down the wing of Joffrey straight to their keeper. 13 minutes in, we give the ball away again. Openda this time, and they tried to curl one into the far corner. It's blocked by the head of, I think it might be Jacob Bedou, but they've got a corner. We're not exactly penned in, but we're not really controlling the ball. We're not getting it upfield. Every time it goes up, it does come straight back. Barrow corner now, 30 minutes in. Bit of holding going on in the box, which I hope the ref doesn't do something stupid and give a penalty here. Here we go, whipped in. McDonald wins the first header. And Bennett tries to clear it, gets it stuck under his feet. And we are up with Jody. Dennis is through. Oh! Dennis judged to have pushed their defender. If you're a Barrow fan, you probably think it's the right call. As a Notts fan, looks soft. We should really be one ahead. Jade and Luca put in. The ball's holding up on the ground a bit, and he does really well. Squares it to Dennis, and he's just not quick enough. Gordon's got it here. I'll just put a cross in. Gives it to Jody, who's about 30 yards out. And we're just going sideways again. But yeah, it was a fantastic opportunity. And I think it was a good block, to be fair. Ball was whipped in, and Dennis misses a header. It's going to go out for a goal kick, but at least it's something. Really, really poor defending from Notts. And it's put through a ball case and turns to Joffrey inside out. I mean, he played 19 championship games last year for Derby, and he puts it in the box, and you think, okay, Barking's in a good position, but can he make it count? And then you look up, and Tyler Walker's completely free. It's horrendous defending all round, and a side that hadn't had a shot on target in the league this season and hadn't scored a goal in all 3 of their competitive games now find themselves ahead. We haven't really created too much, so we're 1 down. I think Roos nearly got to it. Again, absolutely zero game plan from Notts. Slightly better. Openda flashes one across, but no one's on the end of it. 41 minutes. This Notts fans are losing patience, really. We can't string 2 passes together. We've been saved by an offside flag there. It's really, really poor. Really poor. As I said earlier, there's no identity. Jones may as well not be on the pitch. Luca may as well not be on the pitch. There's no link up. I'm struggling to think anyone that's put in a good performance. I'm looking around the pitch. There's no one. There's no one. We need to get to half time. Two minutes added. Luca limps off. He's won the ball in the middle. He'll pen the ball down. Grant's come on. And we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, just for half time, 2 minutes added. Half time, Barrow leading 1-0. It's not a very good half of football. You're left hurt by the boos of the Notts fans as they walk off. The only kind of attacking threat, Jaden Luca has now gone off injured. Doesn't seem an identity. Al Joffrey's been really, really poor. Seen nothing from either wing back. Bennett's maybe took a couple of players on. Gordon haven't seen much from at all. Midfield too, keep giving the ball away. Kel Roos, he's given the ball away numerous times. Dennis isn't getting a look in. Conor Grant has come on. We'll see what we get from him. Yeah, there you go. Guys just said we've been rubbish. But I'm not really sure what we even do second half. I think the only thing we need to try is change the formation. We're not going to do that because I think the formation comes from the top down, doesn't it? We need to play this formation. I don't like this formation. I've seen this formation for 6 years. I'm bored of seeing it now. Jody Jones is completely ineffective in this formation. He gets the ball and he's got nowhere to go. He's got no one to be. He's got no cross to put in because he's facing the goal square on. I'm really disappointed in our half of football. I think it was really, really poor. Barrow deservedly ahead. Got to go in the second half against something. Otherwise, the 2 home games coming up against Shrewsbury and Barrow are massive. And you know what? We've been absolutely shocked. Corner for Arsenal, Penny drives forward, no one helps him. It's just poor, but he makes something out of nothing. He puts the ball across and he gets a nick. If he didn't get a nick, I think Dennis puts it in the back of the net. Corners to be taken. I think it's Jody taking it. There's a lot of Notts players in one area. Looks like a routine. It's put in. Oh, free kick given for Barrow, jumping into their keeper. Well, we started the half a little bit better. For a penalty. Eel Pender goes through. In my opinion, it's not a penalty. It's a good tackle. He had to square it a bit earlier to Dennis. And also got a corner. There's some promise there. And it's come from Jody doing good work in the middle. What's the delay here? I don't think we've got a ball as the Barrow keeper smashed it the away end to clear it. Oh no, there's a sub. Al Joffrey's off. And Matty Platt is coming on. He's not had a great game, the young player on loan from United. And Matty Platt comes on for the corner. Imagine his first touch is a goal. Surula also on, I think, for Bennett. As the corner's about to come in. Jody's there for a short corner. Go long. Ooh. McDonald straight in there. Don't lose it. Put it back in. It's good seeing Nick Surula back in the Notts shows. The ball goes all the way back to Roos. Notts look far better after the subs. To the fact that their goalkeeper's gone down to try and just stop the momentum of Notts. They haven't touched the ball in 5 minutes. It's a lot better. You can't help but feel like we do need that striker that's got the instinct to put it in the back of the net. But their keeper's gone down 1,000,000% to just slow the game down. A few of the players going in to speak to the Barrow manager, but it's been really good. You hope this breaking play doesn't stop the momentum, but the Platt and Surula substitutions have done quite a lot. Notts fans ironically cheering. We've had a shot. Eel Pender, it's not a fantastic effort. But it was, again, work by Jody. The pause in play from their keeper worked exactly how they would have wanted it to. It slowed us down. 73 on the clock. Doesn't look like we're going to get back into it, really. But, anything can happen in football, can't it? We're going forward again. Conor Grant, he's been all right since coming on. It's a Nick Surula. There, dude. We need to whip it in, but there's no one in there. Conor Grant's found some room. Hits it. He does. Oh! That has just gone over the bar. It's a really good effort. not good news. Matty Platt limped straight down the tunnel. He stood up and then went straight back down. He's seriously done some damage. Can't put any weight on his right ankle. And I think... Are we out of subs? I think we're out of subs.
We're out of sub allocations.
Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 10 players on the pitch. Goes from bad to worse. 5 minutes to go. Plus added time. I'd be amazed if we got anything from this. The 10 men doesn't help. We've not been good all game. And they're just, they've just decided to press us, which with 10 men is very effective. And they're just wasting time now, as you would. I call it on the channel all the time. Nick Cerula puts the ball in, and 10-man knocks with a glancing header from Dennis. It goes top corner, drifts over their keeper. It's 1-1. I said, how are we going to do it? Well, fantastic. Dennis has now gone down. I hope he's okay. But that ball from Nick Cerula just needed a glancing header. 1-1 from absolutely nothing. Wow. Dennis is out on his feet. He's cramped. You can see he's got cramp. He can't go off, otherwise we'll have 9 men. Barry Cotter coming for a throw in. No way we're going to score a winner. Surely not. Long throw. Here we go. Come on, launch it in. Surely not. It's missed everyone. Heel Pender. Hit it. Handball! That looked like a handball. Oh, I think it might have been our player. And they're going to launch it straight forward. Bedou's going to get a yellow for obstructing their keeper's kick. Roos with a save, 95 minutes and 30 seconds in, so 30 seconds left. It's a decent save, but they're pushing for the winner now, as you would with 11 men. They've won the ball. Go on, Jody. About 10 seconds left. Come on. Oh, they've got an effort. They're through. We'll trade the ball. That looks to be it. Two on Barrow. It's 96-20, but you can allow for 20 seconds, can't you, over in added time? But he'll blow the whistle as soon as we kick off, I can guarantee. Full time, as you will have seen, not very happy scenes from Notts fans at the end there towards the players and towards Patterson. I think, to be honest, if we'd have drawn 1-1, we have lost 2-1 if you skip to this part of the video. 90 plus 7, I think it was clocked up. If we'd have finished this 1-1, we were 20 seconds away from that. I was already thinking how I was going to sort of rate the players, and I was going to say, despite the draw, it was a poor performance, and I'm not going to let the draw sway sort of my scores. But I don't know, Matt, do you think we actually deserved anything from it anyway?
No. In short, no.
So, and I think a draw would have masked a little bit, because yeah, we get emotional and things, and we probably would have looked at that and thought, oh, now we can build on that. But there's nothing to build on. There's nothing to build on in that performance. So player ratings, I'm going to go through them quite quickly. Roos today, 5. I mean, do you know what? He did almost save their first goal. Would have been an outstanding save, but he's also kicked out so many times in poor situations. 5. Not going to elaborate on that anymore. A Joffrey went off for Platt, who ended up going off injured. 4. Would that be generous? He just didn't have a good performance. I'm not going to just slate a young player, but he didn't play very well. So it's going to be a 4 from me. McDonald came in at the centre within 30 seconds, had the ball stuck between his feet. and they had a shot within 30 seconds. So 5 for McDonald. Jacob Barrow, uncharacteristic from him. He's not been at the level all season so far, but neither's many of these players. Barrow, I can only really give a 5. Don't forget, I haven't done a player rating since last season because Jordan's taken control of these vlogs for the last 2 games. 5 is completely bang average. Anything lower than 5 is a below average performance. He goes to wing backs. Gordon, you know what, he tried. He tried to put a few crosses in, but time and time again, the game plan, I worked out the game plan how to deal with Gordon within a couple of minutes. All you do is push him backwards, and all he does then is try to turn. And how many times did he clear it out of play completely?
Just straight out throw-ins every time.
5 maybe? 5, yeah, 5. Other side, Bennett at least ran at his man, but didn't see anything of him there. Defensively, non-existent in my opinion. Again, I'm going to go for a 5. Then look in the midfield. Tommy Openda made a few mistakes, but did make quite a bit happen. Was the driving force in a number of attacks. And actually I thought he did okay. It's the same problem as last season, and the problem last season was that you relied a lot on George Abbott at 19 years of age to do things. We're relying on another young midfielder, and he's stepping above Matty Palmer, and he's doing more than Matty Palmer is doing, and I don't want that to be the case again this season, because at the end of the season you lose that player, you lose that lone player. Eo Pender I think was decent. I'm going to give him a 6.5 today. Matty Palmer didn't do much, but he also didn't do too much wrong. 5.5. We then look at the player I was sort of earlier in the video and on Thursday night's Pavis perspective on the podcast was championing. I thought it'd be nice to see Jaden Luke when he started quite brightly, but it became very apparent that him and Jones weren't getting involved in the game at all. And then he went off injured 45 minutes just before half time. Shame he couldn't get to half time. Sums up Knott's performance really. But yeah, didn't get to half time. I don't think he did too much. He didn't do too much wrong. He at least tried to make things happen a little bit. 5.5. Jody was interesting because first half he did nothing, and then second half, as soon as we got that bit of momentum, everything sort of came through him. He played of all the players on the pitch, for me, he played the ball forward the most. What would you give Jody? I'm going to go 6.5. He's not his best, is he?
No, the first half wasn't great. It was non-existent. I think especially now he's playing a more sort of dominant role in that 10, he needs to be doing more. It needs to be more consistent to give him a rating. So I can't go above a 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll lower it. I'm going to go a 6. I thought he tried to make things happen. And then Dennis gets a goal. We've been screaming for him to get a goal. And he had cramp at the end. He'd absolutely ran his socks off. And I'm happy for him. He gets the goal. It's a well-taken finish, a good cross from Nick Cerullo, and he glances it in. And then he wins the ball again. He tries to take a man on. If he'd have taken his man on straight after he'd scored, it would have been another massive opportunity to get a goal. He would have just had the keeper to beat. I'm really, really happy for him. He does work hard, and I think a lot of the negatives we see from him is because he's not getting the service, he's not getting the link-up play. I'm going to go 6.5 for Dennis today. And that brings on our subs. Matty Platt. Can't really rate him. He's gone off. It looks pretty serious, which I'm gutted about. He could barely put any weight on it, so I'm not going to rate him. Conor Grant, I thought looked okay. 5.5 for me for Conor Grant. Nick Cerullo gets the assist. I've said it in this video. I've said it on the channel. I really like Nick Cerullo, and he was good when he came on. He was good. So I'm going to give Cerullo a 6. Gets the assist. Maybe 6.5. No, I'm going to stick with a 6. Anyone I've forgotten that came on? I do this every time. And I've been
4 subs.
Grant. I've done Grant. You know what? My head's pretty much fallen off after that late goal we've conceded.
Cotter.
Barry Cotter, that's the one I've forgotten. 5. I don't really know what to say. If you listen to the game or you watch the game, you'll understand. It was a pretty bleak performance, and I've tweeted this, and I'm going to say it on the video. If you're not concerned already, you really should be. Because I think if you're not concerned at all yet, you're in the category of blind optimism. We have no game plan. We were warned by opposition fans of Burton and other League One fans, other League Two fans. And I'm not writing it off yet. We've got 2 massive home games, but we're yet to win in 4 games. And the man himself, Patterson, said, even friendlies aren't friendlies. We've only beaten Alfreton, and we were lucky to beat Alfreton with a late goal. So, you know, we have zero momentum. He spoke himself about momentum in pre-season. We don't have any of that. The pressure now on Shrewsbury, who I don't think are a bad side. I think defensively are going to be quite stubborn. I don't know what they've done today. Does anyone know what Shrewsbury did today? And then we've got Bromley, who Bromley have picked up points this season already. Matt's going to find out what Shrewsbury did. The pressure on those two is absolutely huge. And honestly, if we come out of Wednesday's game without a victory, Shrewsbury lost 2-0 at home to Colchester. So, you know, they're going to want to bounce back. But if we come out of that game on Wednesday without a victory, seriously concerning. Bromley drew 2-2 with Fleetwood. They're actually doing decent. I don't think you can say we're 3 games in, because what concerned me the most today, before I wrap this video up, is we spent five years under the owners devising at least a way of playing. Whether you like the way of playing or not, we've abandoned it. I saw more long balls today than I did the whole of last season. Aimless long balls. And someone said to me, you know, if that was a short pass we were giving away every time, you'd be moaning, but because it's a long ball, it gets away with it. But it's giving away possession time and time again. But there we go. Let me know. Have I been too harsh because I've just seen us concede 97? Have I been too generous on some players? Let me know your player ratings. Please do subscribe to the channel. We go again on Wednesday night, but as I've said, just consider, if you're not concerned yet, I think you should start to be.